King, a tidal wave. Essence perfect, life looks brilliant. Give me more of this. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You're burying me, burying me. Yeah, you're burying me, burying me. You've got me hypnotized. Push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy, but the light has got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Get you out of my hand again. Is it wrong? Is it right? It's like I've won my final war without a fight. I'm out of control, about to blow. I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. I know you bury me, bury me. You've got me hypnotized. Push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy, but the light has got me hypnotized.
Please note,
Never gonna stop, never gonna change, never gonna do the things you say. I run my own way to get there. Phones are calling and I don't seem to care. In the air, no more crowd, just the opposite kind of few clouds. So tell me the storm is coming, for the sake of all your lies. Why don't you try to be why? Now that I need you, why? Just to feel like I'm fading. And though my heart breaks a beat of time, I press the lens just to take.
Ready to fight, ready to go, that's my final word. Second chances, the gift I just can't won. Pulling a game, pushing my brain with the candlelight. I catch my breath and let it burn, 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 burn. Burn the pain, burn the lies, burn the fear inside myself. And burn it all again, it's the right time to escape this cage I've been looking for so long. Is that where I belong? Let it burn, burn, burn into the ground.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Japanese Wrestling Update. I am your co-host, the OLE YouTube Trivia Champion, Andre C. Yes, I won last night on the YouTube side, so go me. And joining me here, as always, the wonderful, the epic Princess Melball. How you doing, Melball?
Am doing great, Andre. I withheld the joke of making a joke about you being 2/3 the champion and not the
Oh,
full
I got that.
champion.
I got that last night already.
That's a knee slapper. Oh, it is Fat Friday over at Chateau Malbal, so I have been enjoying my spoils of the week, shall we say. I had a sub for dinner. That was my spoil. Yeah, a lot of bread.
Over here, it's
Disappointed with
always
myself.
for me. It's chubby day every day for me. So.
Okay, well, I mean, that would be a lie. You've been actively losing weight for like a year now, working out with
That is true.
your friend and personal trainer, Mr. Rich King. Where's the Rich King shirt?
I haven't. It has not arrived yet, but when it does, I will wear it on the stream. But I want to say hello to the chat room. Our boy Bobby Stats is in the room. Hello, sir. And to Diane, hello. Hello, Diane.
Yes, hello, Diane.
And thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. I am your YouTube champion. Yeah.
I mean, given
I'm gonna get rid of
everything
that
that
now.
happened in that amazing trivia night. Oh
My God,
man.
the fact that Kimmy got like zeroed out on that whole thing, I was just like, oh, I felt so bad for her.
Didn't she get the bonus question right?
She did. She did answer the tiebreaker for Bobby and
She did. She did.
and Papa. So she did get a point off that. But in the main round, she got zero. She because it was a conspiracy because everything that they all the questions were from before she was born.
Now I feel old.
I know. She's the youngest of us all. Come on, she's the youngest of OLE.
Yeah, and yet the most
Uh,
experienced and knowledgeable.
Bobby winning at the Special Olympics. So
Hey, yes, he did let us know
congratulations, sir.
that. Congratulations.
Congratulations, sir. So two champions here tonight. Me and Bobby Stats. And Melball is just the princess, so she's always being celebrated. So yeah.
That's debatable.
Well, we have Queen Astrid and Princess Melball.
Yes, but I'm not always being celebrated.
You are here by us, because
Yes, here. Yes,
yeah.
that's true. That is very true. But we're not here to talk about us.
No?
No.
Oh, I'm here to
Try
talk
as
about
you
me.
might. No. The people are here to
Uh,
hear about professional wrestling. Puroresu
yeah.
review. Before these lights keep tripping me out, I'm not used to having them on.
So yeah, let's talk some Japanese professional wrestling. Before I do that, I want to thank each and every one of you that's tuning in here live on Twitch and YouTube for on our local establishment. Thank you so very much. And please, if you're on YouTube, like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Please share this out to your friends, family, and the epic people that you know. And don't forget to hit that notification bell to be alerted every time we drop a new video.
Ding dong.
Ding-a-ling. And if you are watching on the Twitch, please give us a follow so you'll be alerted every time we drop a new video. And if you want to support us, you can subscribe to us over there. You can even use a Prime subscription if you have Amazon Prime. You can use the Prime subscription to subscribe to us. And if you are listening to us after the fact on A Plus Productions, thank you so very much. And if you want to hear us in audio form, go over aplusproductions.com, click on the A Plus Wrestling feed, and you can get hooked up for the RSS feed there, and you can hear us in audio form over there. And don't forget to check out the A Plus Entertainment feed and the A Plus Sports feed for all the content we are dropping on over there. So let's get into talking some Japanese professional wrestling. Before we get into it full on, I want to send my heart and prayers to Chris Bay, former Super Junior Tag League competitor and member of the Bullet Club, along with his partner Ace Austin, who had a neck injury this past Sunday at the TNA Impact tapings. So all our wishes here at OLE go out to him, and just scary stuff. He's been getting good. Everything went well with his surgery, it seems like, on Monday, and the GoFundMe has been set up, and it's already at about $87,000 with Adam Copeland, formerly known as Edge, dropping 10 grand on that GoFundMe. Great, and lots of pro wrestlers donating in there too. So I really Osprey, Jericho, and a few more really supporting the crew there. So yeah, and Fightful.
That's good to hear.
A sizable donation over there too. So if you want to check it, go check out Chris Bay. It's just to make sure he has the funds. He won't be able to work for a while, recovering from this neck. Just to make sure he can support himself and not have to worry. So yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the workers, they don't always have that contract luxury, right? So yeah, all the best to him. Hopefully he's doing well, recovered nicely, and hopefully we'll see him again very soon.
Hopefully. So we're gonna get into it. We're talking some a little bit downer note. We're gonna kick it off with. I'm sorry to say, we're gonna kick it off with a downer note. We're actually gonna talk a quick bit about Ice Ribbon. It's not a promotion we regularly talk about, but some big news in the world of Japanese professional wrestling has come out through Ice Ribbon. So after an Ice Ribbon show, this was actually a couple weeks ago. I just kind of got this news to me after the last show. On October 19th, their champion, Yuki Masahiro won the title, the Ice Ribbon Championship, and then tried to cut a promo afterwards, kind of shitting on Ice Ribbon president Kazuhito Goshima, as he's been unresponsive on the top of the unpaid wages towards the promotion's workers. So ladies haven't been getting paid.
Oh,
Yeah. So
that could be a problem.
that's pretty shady. Like, yeah, and the girl and her, along with others, have been very vocal about, we want to continue to they're going to keep showing up and putting on shows, but it eventually going to be a breaking point. If they're not getting paid, they're going to have to stop showing up.
Well, right? Like, at what point in time what level do you reach before you recognize you got to pay all your workers for the work that they're doing in the company? Doesn't matter if they're a worker, if they're a production person, if they're a referee. Like, where's the money going?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the question. And again, none of these again, nothing's for sure out there. So again, there's the rumors have been out there a bit of this, I guess. So just affecting the world. It could really affect Ice Ribbon going forward, which is a great promotion. But Mayu Iwatani was just there defending her IWGP title recently, a couple months back. So like it's. And like, there's some big names have come out of Ice Ribbon that actually come to Stardom. So I think it's where Julia cut her teeth originally. No, was that Marvelous? I can't remember. But the multiple women that have come to Stardom have worked in Ice Ribbon before. So it's interesting. And then Mio Shirai, Io Shirai's sister, or Io Sky's sister, if you're going by the WWE name, currently works for Ice Ribbon as a referee, trainer, and occasional wrestler. Her and 4 other people will be have announced their departure from Ice Ribbon at the end of the year. No, again, it's according to Shirai, there's possibility that more talents may be departing too. So it's going to be her. What has been announced is her, Saran, Nane Fukuhara, and Mifu Ashida are all leaving the promotion at the end of the year. She is saying that other people might be leaving, and she ends the statement saying, she says, promise that all departing, but the talents will find a new place in Japanese wrestling scene. And she says they will ensure the happiness of all the women in the locker room in spite of recent events. And of those recent events is the calling out of the president for not paying talent wages and things like that. So could we see a mass exodus from Ice Ribbon? That's the question.
It seems to be a thing kind of that happens within the Japanese wrestling scene. We have these mass exoduses that happen. Exoduses. I don't know what the plural of that is.
Exodus?
Sure.
I don't know.
We're starting to see one a year almost, where companies are getting a little questionable, a little shady with their workings, and they're kind of getting bit for it. We could say, it is alleged. There's no proof of this. There's no, like you said, that he hasn't responded to these allegations. But 4 exits right away, the potential of more coming starts to, look a little sus, Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't. It becomes a little bit of a it's starting to look like a problem, and that's unfortunate. I mean, Ice Ribbon again is not one that I typically watch, but like it is one that does have that tie to Stardom. Could we potentially see Okada of the non-Kazuchika kind and El Presidente look at this as an opportunity to bring another one under the wing, so to speak, if that is the problem, to maybe prevent them from losing even more talent? Could we see Tony Khan maybe even being an investor in that?
Yeah, it's there's so many questions of like, does WWE make a play to have a, like, I know they're already working with they've worked with Marigold, but I know they've tried to make inroads into Japan in the past. Maybe the company is having that much financial difficulty. And again, not sure. I don't watch Ice Ribbon regularly. The last time I watched was the Mayu Iwatani show, just like Bobby Stat saying. It's been a while since I watched some Ice Ribbon. So, but yeah, just interesting situation going on in Japan.
Hmm. I mean, it seems to be a very interesting time in professional wrestling right now because we had this like massive influx and like that tail end of 2022, beginning of 2023. And now we've kind of started seeing this, like they've reached their climax at that point. And we're starting to see a little bit of a catch up to maybe some of the things that resulted in that vast incline in the first place. And then, some people are still being on top of it. I mean, Noah is flourishing. New Japan is starting to do a little bit better. They really need to figure out their tag divisions, but they're doing better. There's better investors. DDT is starting to get more attention. Tokyo Joshi Pro getting way more attention, especially with their North American trade off. Yeah, um, I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned to see as much kind of crap coming out as much as good. But I mean,
Yeah.
that's the way the cookie crumbles, right? You got to take that good stuff with the bad stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's be interesting to see what comes of Ice Ribbon going forward. And
Mhm.
do we see him? Do we just see the four leave, or do we see a talent exodus? We don't know.
Yeah, and who's going to want to come in and fill that place if there's rumors that the talent aren't being paid? Who wants to go and work for free besides untrained rookies and backyardigans?
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. I would love to go to Japan and work for a wrestling company, but like behind the scenes, not as a
Not for
wrestler.
free.
Not for free
But
though.
still not for
Yeah.
free. Still costs things to live in Japan.
Hello, Astrid. Hello.
The natural has arrived.
The queen has graced us with her presence. We now have
Oh
the queen
man.
and we have the queen and the princess in one place.
Well,
We just need the overlord. Now we just need the overlord.
he's overlording.
Yeah. So we're gonna jump over to New Japan. We're gonna talk best three Super Junior Tag League, and the A block was completed this morning. I had to edit it myself and actually make the table up myself because I couldn't find an updated bracket. But
I was
God,
gonna ask why the numbers looked like a ransom note.
yep, because of me. So we made picks early on before we
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to win this. Mel picked the War Dogs. I picked
Mhm,
TMDK. So it came
mhm.
down to three teams. Came down to TMDK, the War Dogs, and House of Torture. And in the semi-main event, Robbie Eagles and Kosei Fujita beat Sho and Yoshinobu Kanemaru to get to 8 points. So the main event came down to the eliminated Hiroma Takahashi and Bushi taking on Clark Connors and Drilla Maloney. And Drilla Maloney and Clark Connors having the tiebreaker over over Eagles and Fujita. So if they win, they get in. But in the end, LIJ defeats the War Dogs. And Mel is very unhappy about that.
Well, yeah, look how else they fracking lost to.
Yep.
Y'all couldn't stay in the tournament. And like I really thought that they were gonna be like the way commentary was kind of hyping them up and that Hiromu and Bushi had never won Super Junior Tag League. They'd never even been IWGP champions. Like they wanted to be able to do that. And I was like, oh, I didn't actually realize that. That would actually be a really sweet, sentimental thing for them to do. Why eliminate them and have them win, like defeat the War Dogs, who just had one of the best title runs that freaking two titles have had in a while?
Hmm?
Rocky, I'm blaming you for this because I know you're as involved in it as Gato. I can't
That
keep telling Gato to fix it with
oh,
his stupid shoes.
blame Togo because Togo does a lot of the booking for the junior side. He helps out with the
Toga.
booking on the junior side. Dick, the little dick.
I'm gonna keep that comment. We're gonna try to keep this as PG as possible. Um, yeah, I'm annoyed about this. Not because Eagles and Fujita are there, because like I like TMDK too. I'm happy about this because
I
I
know.
still get somebody that I like in the finals. It's cool. It's the how. Why did you build these guys up in the tournament only to have them just like whoop, like fallen pig shit before they're getting out of the corral? It's insulting that they seem to do this with their champions, where they'll
Hmm?
give them one of the best runs that you ever have seen, and then when they drop the titles, it's like they're these like children that can no longer do the thing that they have literally just spent the last year doing. It's so odd. Why devalue your talent like that? Clark Connors and Drilla Maloney, along with Robbie Eagles and Koji Fujita, are four of the strongest dudes that you have in this tag division besides Catch 2-2. Like that, those three teams right there are your most solid teams in the entire division for both junior and regular title teams.
Hmm?
Why insult them like that? Like you could have had a fun match with it, and you could have figured out something else to do for the loss or something, but like it just seems so odd to have the eliminated team who had some funny losses in themselves to get a win over one of the more dominant teams in the entire company. I don't get it. Like, make that make sense. The only
Yep.
thing that like brings me true happiness out of this is that Show and Kanemaru aren't there.
God, oh my God, if they would have won.
And it
Like,
wasn't for lack of
oh,
trying. Like they tried really, really hard with their efforty in this freaking tournament.
they
And
did.
some of it was really, really good. Like their beginning first couple of matches, the shenanigan levels were appropriate. When we got into the tail end of this tournament, though, nay nay. It just went downhill quickly. But yeah, let's talk about the next block. While my heart breaks and you die a little.
I'm dying a little inside because I do have a cold. Um, but what matters? TMDK to the finals, baby. You're not gonna win it too. Not gonna win it.
What I loved was that Eagles was also on commentary.
Yeah. Well,
Loved it.
they were sitting at ringside, just being dicks to the War Dogs too. They were both
Oh
sitting there just
yeah.
being assholes.
All
It
the
was
guests
great.
that they had were just kind of beaking at one person or another. Because even DKC, as reserved as he was, there were some moments where he was like, I don't like that guy. I
Yeah.
mean, he was super nice about it, but like, everyone had someone they didn't like.
And then Bobby Vegeta. Yep. Congrats to Robbie Eagles
Yeah.
and Costa Fujita making it to the finals. And thank you very much, Bobby. I appreciate that. I'm slowly getting better. I was death yesterday, but still went to work. So yeah,
Mhm.
I gotta go to work. Need money. Yeah. So B block. This is an interesting block because everybody's tied going into the final night. Yeah. I don't. I'm
None
not
of
even
these
gonna.
matches been fun though. Like
Oh,
I've enjoyed A
velocities,
Block, but I
man.
feel like B Block has been killing this shit.
Mhm.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like DKC and Ninja Mac with their weird, reluctant tag team that they're doing. The velocities have just been this like great little thing to watch, and just I think I've seen them wrestle once in Tamashi. So I loved watching these guys. Like Catch Choo Choo have just been amazing as they
Oh yeah.
do. Robbie X has been just a stunner in this tournament.
Oh gosh, yeah. He is the perfect chaos to Ishimori's calm. Like the
Mhm.
two of them together are like the perfect storm for each other.
And then like give it up to the champions, who I thought have looked like phenomenal, and taking a couple
Yeah,
like the losses to the velocities. I was actually quite surprised by. Um,
me as well.
the catch 2-2 loss, I was fine with because it makes sense.
It
Because
does.
it's one of the
It
best teams
does.
going.
It does.
And then like you got Yo and Rocky Romero have been very impressive in their own, like being like kind of coming back together after all this time.
What like I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little concerned about Yo. He
Mm.
just sometimes when he does his intro, he's a little dazed. He just kind of comes in there and then it's just like, look at my pecs. And he like will literally sit there and bounce his pecs for like I recorded it for Astrid. So she can vouch for this. It was almost a minute and a half
Mm.
of Yo just bouncing his pecs.
I mean,
And Rocky actually had to pull him off the corner.
it's that Leo Rush influence that he's keeping alive.
He's like Beyonce. He just feeling himself. He's feeling himself.
Yeah.
Um,
Bobby saying
one
velocity,
thing,
yes, yes,
yes, they've been
and
really,
Robbie.
really good. Um, something also I wanted to say about Ro. I just combined Yo and Rocky Romero and turned it into Ro.
Well, there is a wrestler named Ro from the War
Well, that's
Machine.
not who we're talking about, though. Yo and Rocky Romero, I love the fact that they're using Roppongi Vice music instead of Roppongi 3K. Just because, like, I have loved that music since Romero and Beretta. He will
Mhm.
always be Beretta to me.
Oh yeah,
Um, that music, just hearing it is just, it brings me life. And the last thing I wanted to say, DKC and Ninja Mac. I was like, every time I hear Ninja Mac's music, something triggers in my brain, and I figured out what it was. You remember the game Mass Effect?
one of the greatest games of all time.
I know, right? You remember the music that is playing when you're on the bridge?
Hmm.
Ninja Mac's music sounds like a techno version of that. I expect Admiral Hackett to just start doing random, like, talkings in the middle of his theme sometimes. Like,
Nice, nice, nice. Well,
it's
but
nostalgic.
to Mass Effect. Have you seen the video of Swerve Strickland talking about his costume from this past Wednesday? Because he had a Mass Effect. He had a Commander Shepard cosplay on. The pants and the jacket
What?
were, and it's signed by Mark Mir, the
Oh,
male voice.
that's
The male voice.
cool. I want
Yeah.
N7 armor so bad. I want to
His was N.
cosplay Jane Shepherd.
He had N7 wrestling gear. It was cool. The jacket and everything, and the jacket was
So
signed by Mark
cool.
Mir. Uh
Aw, little AEW Timbit in there for you.
yep.
That's a
Yep.
donut hole for you people who don't know.
Timbits. Timbits. Timbits.
Timbits. Timbits.
So
Anyway.
so from the happiness of happiness that is the the best of the Super Junior Tag League, to a sad point with NJPW, El
Oh
Fantasma.
yeah.
So it came out. New Japan made an announcement that El Fantasma will be stepping away from New Japan for a little while to take some time off, and it was and then he did put out a post on his Instagram and his Twitter. I'm going to read it word
Mhm.
for word here. He said, "Just wanted to get this out of the way so everyone doesn't worry about me. The last 2 weeks, I've had a bunch of scans and tests done, and doctors have found a little tumor of cancer. Things are thankfully happening really fast, but I have amazing family, friends, and fans by my side. So I'm grateful to have the support of warriors who have gone through the same thing before, and I look forward to help those going through it next. Believe me when I say I'm in good spirits. I'm not nervous, worried, or scared. Please send your love and prayers to my brother Chris Bay. He needs it much, much more right now than I do. My dream of standing beside Hiroshi Tanahashi defending New Japan Pro Wrestling will still happen. It's just impossible to say when. My fighting spirit has never been stronger, and I promise once I'm ready, I'll be back stronger than ever. Much love, ELP." Dude, when this came out, I was like, "What?" Ooh,
Big yikes. Big yikes.
yeah,
Go miss him. But it is temporary, I think.
yeah. It seems like,
And
yeah,
we believe in ELP. Yeah, I mean, all the best to him. Much love to him. Yeah, I mean, what else can you say except for see you soon?
yeah. Again, just want ELP back as soon as you can. Do what you need,
Mhm,
get right. Trust me, I've been through cancer stuff with both of my parents, and it sucks.
mhm,
And
mhm,
lost my dad to it. So I hope all the best for ELP. Wherever you're getting treatment, I hope it's in the best place you can find, man. I really do. That it
mhm,
might it's a tough road. Even the smallest stuff is a tough road. So, but I
mhm.
believe he'll get through it. He's a fighter. So,
We believe in ELP.
so moving forward, we're gonna talk historic crossover. We got
Yes.
We got three more matches announced. The IWGP Women's Championship is Mayu Iwatani versus Momo Watanabe.
Oh, that's gonna be so good.
Yep.
Especially with like, hate. I mean, away to a tie was already a problem. But like hate has seemed to be like a step up. They have really leaned into so wholeheartedly, as we will see later, the kind of war dogs kind of mentality with hate. They've become very hyper violent, and I love it. But then we have Mayu Iwatani, and I've been telling you for months, there's something about her that is not quite so angelic as we've been led to believe she is within Stars. There's some healy shit going on. We see it in her. We see it in Hazuki. I don't think it's going to be long before we start seeing it in Koguma and Hanan. Um, I really hope that's some fireworks that I hear. Yikes. Yeah, this definitely fireworks. Anyway, I'm excited to see how this is going because I actually just saw a couple clips from a showdown between these two very recently, and Mayu taking it to Momo with her own bat. So I'm very excited to see this showdown, man. What do you think about this?
I think this match is gonna be stellar. Like, you got this insanely great all around professional wrestler, Mayu Iwatani, going up against one of the
Mhm.
just most lethal people in Stardom today. Her kicks are brutal. Like, just she has such a brutal vision of professional wrestling, and I cannot wait to see how this goes. Bobby Stats in the chat saying, "I'm happy Momo Watanabe is getting an opportunity for the IWGP Women's Championship. I feel like Mayo has to lose that belt soon since she has been champion since 2023. That's what I said about Tony Storm. Her wrestling Tony Storm for it, but it didn't happen. Uh, I don't
It's
know if
got to
you.
be the right person. It's got to be strategically the right person because this is very traveled belt. We've seen her defend it in Japan. We've seen her defend it in North America. Whoever holds this title has to be very easily adaptable to each environment. I feel
Mhm.
like Momo could do it. I really do,
I
especially
think
with her feud against Mercedes.
Momo is a strong possibility. And again, Bobby
Mhm.
saying Mina Shirakawa or Azumi, who have been traveling very
Mhm.
regularly for Stardom to North America, to England for that the Rev Pro
The Rev
and
Pro, yeah.
the Royal Quest shows. So yeah, there's
Mhm.
a lot of people who could. I think Momo could be it, but I don't think it's her time yet. Um,
Mhm.
but if she wins it, I would not be disappointed because that's just a little more gold for
Yeah.
hate.
I would like to see some retribution for hate. I feel they were done a little dirty. I mean, they are the heel faction of the company, right? So, like, don't exactly have to be nice to them. They're not exactly nice to anybody else. But this is a very over team for being a heel faction. When you see the tapings, you see a lot of hate merchandise and like self-made like home posters and fans and like just fan made memorabilia. People are the only cosplayers that I have seen at Stardom are Oedo Tai and Hate. You don't see people dressing up like Mayu Iwatani. You don't see people dressing up like Mina Shirakawa. You don't see people dressing up like Shuri. You see people dressing up like Netsuka Tora, though. So, I feel like the Stardom company needs to start recognizing the golden goose that they have with this faction and start spreading this hatred around the world. I feel this is an appropriate kind of hatred.
Yeah. And then we got our challenger for the KOPW championship, and it is a crossover, baby. It's the Great Okan versus
Yeah.
Suzu Suzuki in a hardcore no DQ rules match.
Yeah, it is.
I cannot wait. This girl,
Yeah.
deathmatch queen, Suzu Suzuki. She doesn't
Oh,
look like it. She's a deathmatch queen. You should see her back. There's a lot of marks.
it's meat. It's
Oh, dude.
it's shredded meat, yes. At
And
22, isn't she? 22 years old?
22 or 23 now, yeah.
Um,
And yes, I agree. Suzu Suzuki for KOPW champion.
yes.
I've never wanted a United Empire member to lose in my life, but I do here because I want to see her with that title. And dude, I can't wait for this. This is going to be so much fun. Oh, and
Yeah.
if she wins, Khan has to shave his hair and his beard off, which he's gonna go young lion if he does. So
I mean, we've seen Oka, though,
yeah, no,
as a
but
young lion. It'll be odd, but like we saw Uemura do it as well,
mm,
remember?
mm,
So like I'd be okay with it. I wouldn't be mad. I am very curious because we've always praised Greedo Khan, all hail, as being one of the most adaptable wrestlers in professional wrestling that we have ever seen. There is not a situation he cannot adapt to. There is not a match that he cannot adapt to. There is not a match that he cannot make entertaining. Remember that ridiculous lemon eating thing
oh yeah, the lemonading contest
with
with
Uemura?
Uemura, yeah.
It was ridiculous, but he made it work. Those guys made it work. He enabled. It was that match I feel with Uemura that we started to see the emergence of charisma and personality from
Yeah.
him. And I feel like Suzu already has so much charisma, so much personality. This is going to be such an interesting and just hilariously awesome clash of personalities that I think is going to be one of the most shockingly entertaining matches of the night.
Because remember, whoever has this title at the end of the because remember, whoever holds this belt is the provisional champion, and you're not officially solidified as that year's champion until December 31st is over. So we could end the year with Suzu Suzuki as 2024's KOPW, and then there's a chance she has to defend it at Stardom, which would be
Yeah,
insanely fun too, and some
yeah,
random stipulation matches. So I want her to win it so badly,
me too.
so badly.
So badly. How, first of all, how amazing would that be? Not just for Suzu, but for Neo Genesis. It would be their first championship. And it's not even in their company.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. That'd
Well,
be
no,
freaking great. Oh
no,
wait,
no.
Starlight Kid. Starlight Kid
Yes,
has a championship.
she has to spark Joshi, but she came in. They created the team, so this would be the first title that they've won as a team in the team because she had that Spark Joshi title a good bit earlier this year.
Wait, did Mei win back the high speed title?
Oh, maybe one high speed. Never mind. Never mind. Maybe one high speed.
Still, it would
It'd
be
be
great
awesome.
for Neo Genesis.
Yeah, yeah. I think this would be amazing. And then the other
Yeah.
match that was announced, and then one more match was announced for a historic crossover as of today. 8-person tag. It's Hantais, El Presidente, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and the Man of 1,000 Bums, Ryusuke Taguchi, teaming up with Stars Hanan and Saya Ida to take on the War Dogs, Drilla Maloney and Gabe Kidd, along with Hates, Saya Kamatani, and Natsuka Tora. That War Dog hate relationship continues. I love it. I love it.
Me too.
Yep.
And when I first saw this, I'm like, fuck yes, I need this. This is what I've been asking for, is the War Dog hate combo. Then I saw who they were facing, and I went, who on God's green earth made that decision? I'm sorry, but you can sit there and say, the men need to tag out when the women tag in and yada yada. You can say this all you want. Where hate and war dogs are concerned, if Hiroshi Tanahashi finds himself standing toe to toe with Natsuka Tora, I guarantee you she's popping him
I
right in
want
the face.
I
No
want to see
hesitation.
I want to see Tora versus Taguchi even more.
And you know what? And I was just gonna say, I feel like Kamitani and Taguchi would actually probably give us some really hilariously fantastic in-ring shit.
Mm,
But then I'm sitting there like, yes, give me the girls versus the guys. And then you see sweet little good girl Hanan. And I'm like, could you fracking imagine if Gabe Kidd got his hands on her?
Not
She'd
either of
get
the
knocked the
girls.
fuck
Like
out.
not
You know,
either of the
I
girls.
would be less concerned about Ida. Ida has some size, and I think she's got the spunk that if she went one-on-one with Drilla, that he would drop her, but they would put on some really good entertainment before he dropped her.
Mm.
But I'm I'm much more interested to see the girls in this one. Not to say that I'm not interested in seeing the guys. I love me some Gabe Kid, and I love me some Drilla. But I do want to see the girls kick the crap out of Taguchi and Tanahashi.
That's all I want is Tora and Kamitani beating up Taguchi and just repeatedly kicking him in the bum. Just like stomping his butt. That's all I want.
With her pipe just pinataing him.
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. But just Tate, Kamitani, and Tora teaming up with Drilla and Gabe Kid are going to be a nice pairing. You are right,
Oh,
sir.
hell yeah.
That looks
Hell yeah.
so good.
Especially if they do get the opportunity to train a little bit together, work some stuff out, especially with Thekla being there as a buffer between all of them. I think it will be perfection.
Oh, like this whole historic crossroad. There's only 5 matches announced for this. Everything they've announced so far, I am like, give me it, give me it, give me it, because
At the
everything has seemed
max.
like the only problem with it, and they announced it today. You have to pay for it.
Shut up and take my money.
Oh, I'm gonna pay for it, but it's one of those shows where it's like a New Japan World pay-per-view. So we have to pay it for the extra. But and it's gonna be in English, so I'm good with that. It's giving me
Yes.
English commentary.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah.
Walker Stewart did amazing with intermittently with Chris Charlton throughout the World Tag League here, the Super
Hmm.
Junior Tag League. And then also intermittently with various people from the locker room in the back. It was fun. It was a great tournament. A very, very solid commentary to go along with it. But this show's gonna frickin' kill.
Bobby Stats, give me
Give me more.
more. Yes, it's right, Bobby. Give us
How many
more.
more matches do we think are gonna be announced? Like three,
We're at
maybe four more.
5. I'm gonna say 3 to 4. 3 to 4
Yeah.
somewhere. Yeah.
Ooh, the possibilities. Could you imagine? Because look who they haven't announced yet. We don't have any, besides Okan, we don't have any other
Nope.
United Empire. Could we see TJP maybe pairing up with somebody? I would
Yeah.
like to see that. I feel that would work out very nicely.
Where's the XV in all of this?
Exactly.
Well, Micah's in the one match, but the rest of EXV. You still got Walker, you still got Xena, you still got a few people there. Mina.
Hanako. Hanako. I mean, Mina, yeah, obviously a great choice, but Hanako has been killing it lately. She's
Hmm?
learned a lot lately. Because remember, there was a time where she could not defend not too long ago against any kind of technical wrestling. Now look at her. That excursion to the US did her very, very good in that respect.
I would like to. He says who's going into Mina. I'm saying Mina and Hanako teaming. No, I'm saying Mina teaming. I want to see her team with. I don't know who she be. I want her and TJP. Let's go. That's a great team right there. Yeah,
Against who, though?
against Fujita and Natsuko. Or no, Natsuko's her name match.
Yeah.
Fujita and Anu. No, Anu's already. No, Anu's not in the match. Yeah. Fujita and Anu versus TJP and Mina Shirakawa. That would be just the weirdest match to watch, and I'd be
I was
so
gonna
into it.
say that does no. I would have to say if that's what you're going on with a booking, I would have to pass, Andre. That would
That's
be
what I'm
not a
booking.
good.
That's what I'm booking. I'm booking
No,
that.
no, 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 no.
No,
If anything, you should put TJP against Kevin Knight. But then who do you pair with Kevin Knight? Because Mina has been feuding with Hate quite a bit lately. But
the hate
like that
people are
before
already
she
are filling
left.
up.
But Hate's already kind of occupied right now. Would you maybe put Mina against someone like Churi and Kevin Knight?
Isn't
That'd
sure
be an
already in a
odd
match?
pairing. Is she? I think
I
so.
don't know. I don't know the card.
Konami on David Finlay versus TJP and Mina Shirakawa.
Oh, dude, because like TJP and Dave have had some wars this year. And then you got Mina and Konami don't like each other. Dude, there you go. Mel just booked it. Mel booked it.
I saved the day.
We'll get
Oh
that.
yeah.
I feel like we're gonna get that at Strong at some point. So yeah, and actually Windsor's.
Or AEW.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Strong or
AEW.
ROH or
Because
AEW.
hasn't Windsor worked a couple AEW matches, like dark matches?
She's worked AEW.
Yeah.
She's worked ROH.
CMLL.
And she's worked Strong. So yeah, it's very possible. It'd be a good
Yeah.
one.
I
Yeah.
really like Alex Windsor. She would be a good choice as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So then this is happening. This Taiji Ishimori wrestling 5 times in one night on his specialty card show that he's talking about. So he has announced in one of his 5 matches he will be in an artisanal rumble.
Huh? A what?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I will tell you. So now comes
Okay.
the announcement of the artisanal rumble on the card. This elimination match of master craftspeople will see Taiji Ishimori against a crowd of unknown competitors. Who are these mystery athletes and what will they bring to the table as Ishimori gets ridiculous?
Why does it look like multiple pictures of Gato and Dick Togo?
There are multiple pictures of Dick Togo in there and Gator. Yeah, that and some random dude, just one random dude.
Random Baldo. Like, oh, well, that guy from FTR is in there. Okay, well, that takes one away.
Why are they Gato
Um,
and Dick Togo? I didn't notice that until you said it. There's 4
And
Togos.
why is Gato
Four-
look like he's picking Gato's nose? Like,
There's 4 Gatos. There's 4 Togos and one random bald dude. Interesting.
I didn't know you were wrestling, Andre.
I'm not that bald. I still have hair. That's a fully bald person.
I mean, it's literally just a silhouette. You don't know.
Yeah,
There
but
could be more there.
you would see the little tufts of hair on the
You
side.
can kind of see a ridge at the top
I don't think
on
that's.
the one side.
I think that's a completely bald dude.
Sure.
So Artisanal Rumble added to the November 12th show. Oh,
I don't know quite what to make of this.
I'm
but
interested. I'm interested.
yeah, like Ishimori is one of those wrestlers who's like he's a very talented wrestler and he does excel a lot more when he's in the ring with people like Gato. and Dick Togo, who have kind of like that ability to bring out a personality for him, because sometimes he can be a little reserved. So I'm curious to see what this
Oh,
entails and how goofy it gets.
oh, the bald guy's Robbie X. He'll face his partner.
Oh, there you go. There you
There you
go.
go. There's your bald guy, Robbie X. There, see. I
Maybe
know what
he'll
I'm
be
talking about.
dressed like fucking Larry. Maybe he'll
And
be a
then
lumberjack. I don't know.
Power Struggle this Monday. Which is the best, which has the Super Junior Tag League Finals on it. Kenny Omega will be appearing at the show. I feel like this is some sort of setup for whatever's coming on January 4th and 5th with Wrestle Dynasty on the 5th. I think we're going to have a January 4th show with some AEW involvement, especially in that KOPW Rumble. But yeah, so I think I'm pretty sure he's here to set up whatever he's doing at Wrestle Kingdom and the day after.
Here's the thing. We've said this with a few guys, that it just seems to be just a running trend. I like New Japan Kenny better than I like AEW Kenny. So as long as Kenny, so as long as he brings New Japan Kenny and not AEW Kenny, I'll be fine with this. The problem is though, like I know he does have some injuries now that I feel that he needs to be a little bit more protective of. So I don't know how NJPW Kenny can be now, but I feel like I haven't seen him for long enough that I can be okay with this. I just wasn't a fan of the stuff that he was doing before he left. So,
Yeah.
what do you think about this, man?
I'm excited. I like Kenny Omega. Like when he came back and did his stuff with Will Ospreay, and then the follow up. He's done some great stuff. He's had some his run in AEW hasn't been as spectacular as I would wish it would have been. He's had some incredible matches there with the right people. When he's been put in the ring with the right people, there's been incredible matches. Don't get me wrong. But just odd. It's that weird week to weekly booking of Kenny Omega just always seemed off to me after watching him for so many years in the Japanese booking. I think that style of booking really helped him better than this week to week booking that he's had over the years. But again, that's the difference between Japanese professional wrestling and North American professional wrestling.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be like North American wrestling is starting to move away from like stories and like subsequently storytelling, which is predominantly why I personally like Japanese wrestling, because they really lean into the stories. There's a massive language barrier there too, but these wrestlers are trained well enough to tell us that story in the ring. I'm not a big fan of like week to week, month to month kind of booking shows like this, because we've seen it even locally where it's like the wrestlers don't know how to connect with the audience because there's just a complete disconnect because they're just coming in doing the matches and pissing off.
Yep.
We can't have that. But like I said, I prefer New Japan Kenny as opposed to AEW Kenny, so I'm hopeful that this means that we're getting a setup and that he has 2 months to like cut some promos, get something moving, get something figured out, and then we'll just go from there.
Yeah. So talking about the ladies of Stardom again, we're gonna give a point update here. Yeah. Point update time. So this tournament pisses me off to no end. The fact that in this block, one team, they've already ran 3 days or 2 days for this block, or 3 days already, and one team hasn't even wrestled yet.
I was gonna say, Naba hasn't wrestled yet, has she?
And Naba and Yamagi have not wrestled yet. So, right now, after the first 3 days of action, Mayu and Momo Kogo have 2 points. FWC with 2 points, or 4 points. Tam and Sakakurara with 0 points after their one match. Saki and Siri with 4 points after their 2 matches. And see, one team has wrestled 3 times. Some haven't wrestled any. Some have wrestled twice. Some have wrestled once. And it's just like, I much prefer the standard. And the other thing I don't like is why these have to be so many goddamn teams. I'd like to see juniors this year. I'm hoping they do that with the World Tag League. Just keep it small. But there's more dates for the World Tag League, so I feel like we're getting more teams. And Nabe and Yamagi have yet to wrestle. Micah and Hanako have won both their matches for 4 points. O2 line have lost both their matches for 0 points. That is Azumi and Miyamasaki. They're at 0 after 2 losses. You have BMI 2000 with 1 loss for 0 points. And then you have the other members of Hate, which is Konami and Sai Kamatani, with 2 points after 2 matches. Yeah. Annoying, right?
It upsets me to just see which team has had a win over who,
Mm-hmm.
and then seeing that a team hasn't even competed yet. Yeah, we got to remember though that they are attached with New Japan. Get out. Fix it.
Hmm?
Clearly, Okada of the non-Kazuchika kind is not doing well with this. He has these little moments where he does really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And like the wrestlers at Stardom, extremely talented, extremely good at putting on matches. But like some of this decision making, it's very imbalanced. The people who are putting in the most work are getting the shit under the stick, and the people doing like the absolute least are getting the absolute most.
Hmm?
Where have we seen that before?
So just wait to take a look at the Blue Goddess block.
I
After 3 days, only 5 teams out of the 10 or out of the 9 have competed.
what the flying fuck?
So Momo and Thekla, along with Ida and Hanan, Yuna Mizumori and Aya Sakura, along with Suzu Suzuki and Starlight Kid, have yet to wrestle. Remember, we still have historic crossover in here. You have the show that Azuki and Koguma are heading to the States to do in the middle of this tournament. This is why this tournament takes a month and a half to do. Because they just, yeah. So all of them have no points yet because they have yet to compete. So you have Restart, Natsupoi and Sayori Anu with 4 points, winning both their matches. You have Waka, Tsukiyama, and Ryan, both with 4 points, winning both of their matches so far. Yeah, who saw that coming?
Not me, considering the last time I'd seen Waka, she was getting her ass kicked by Hate.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. And then I don't know how this balances because only 3 other teams have losses on here, and there's 4 matches for them. So I don't know if this is right. You have Hina and Lady C with 0. You have Mei and Kohaku with 0, and then you have Rina and Inaba with 0. Yeah.
Wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling.
Like, I'm so confused.
It works so well when you just have A block one wrestle night, you have B block run the next night, A block run the night after that, B block run the night after that. It all works out well in the end. You can keep track of points properly. But this way, I want to punch people.
I was gonna say, we are partnered with New Japan. Could we not try to find a little bit more continuity there with that?
Yeah.
Por favor.
Poor favor.
Per favore.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Because like I feel like this Super Junior Tag League this year is actually was very well organized. I feel that it was very well done. I felt that everything went very smoothly. This
8
is
days.
the goddess of Stardom tournament here is just it's almost like I'm gonna steal the what they would have called Ring of Honor this week. Why though? What are you doing? Make it make sense. Okada, if you struggling, yeah, I'm on the bus with you there. I'm driving the bus, which is a problem in itself. But like, you have the technology and funds to get people to help you with this, hypothetically, because you didn't really fill that locker room once you lost a whole bunch of your talent. So you're saving some money somewhere. Hire somebody. Ask El Presidente for like a Gato loan. He's clearly not doing too much over in New Japan. Ask him for Rocky. Rocky could probably do some cool shit over there. Just like get a New Japan loan. Rent a wrestler for a while. Taka. Get Taka. He's got both the Inaba girls at Just Tap out there for a while when he was actually there. He knows what they're capable of. He could do some cool shit. I blurred. I didn't go off this episode.
We just did.
Well, not really. I could have went off far more. I'm pretty tame this episode.
That is true. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have come to the end of another episode of the Japanese Wrestling Update. I want to thank y'all so much for joining us here. Whether if it's in video form, if you're watching live right now on the YouTube or the Twitch, thank you so very much for joining us here and joining us in the chat. Bobby Stats, thank you very much for chiming in. Asher Bazaar, you too. Appreciate you guys chatting in the chat room. So check us out, youtube.com/ourlocalestablishment and twitch.tv/ourlocalestablishment. You can follow us on both of those channels. And then if you want to hear us in audio format after the fact, and if you are listening on A Plus Productions, thank you so very much for listening to us over on A Plus Productions. Check us out, aplusproductions.com, where you can find that content over there. And then you can find me on the X at That Candidate Guy, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads at That Candidate Dude. You can find me on Facebook at Andre Melball Wrestling Talk, and our YouTube page, youtube.com/@Andre Melball Wrestling Talk, where we have NJPW Puroresu review, Stardom review, and Chop Talk, along with Dream review, Marigold. So check us out. We're covering that stuff over there when we can, because we're busy people. And again, one more time for aplusproductions.com, where you can hear us in audio form. And then our friends right here, twitch.tv/ourlocalestablishment, over there in the Instagram, the TikTok, and the YouTube at Our Local Establishment, at OLE Podcast. And I'm going to kick shout out to our boy Mike the Ref, youtube.com/@backbreaker video, where you simulcast all of mine and Melball's stuff. You can see him live at twitch.tv/Mike the Ref, and replays of his game content at youtube.com/@backbreaker_gaming. Melball, where can they find you?
If you're wanting to follow on Melball, you can follow her on the X thing at Collins Melball. You can follow her on everything else: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, and Blue Sky at Melball Collins. You can also find me on this show every Friday, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, like tonight. Unless it's not. And then we'll let you know on social media. Next week, we will be doing another pre-recorded episode because we will be attending the RCW show. I can't remember what it was called.
Sick, ain't it?
Sick, ain't it? The tribute to Vince Austin. So if you don't have tickets already, get yours and go and come spend some time with Andre and I, cheering and booing the appropriate people. You can also find me on Asher Bazaar's YouTube channel, where we do our show, Ladies Wrestling Showcase. All about the ladies. We need to do a show very soon about the PWI, because we got shit to say about that. So tune into the socials to see when that is going to come out. One more thing I forgot to mention about OLE. The last thing I'm going to be on, we are having a new show coming out that is being streamlined by Auntie Collins.
Oh, she announced it last night. She announced it last night, yeah.
I know. That's why I just remembered. I'm like, yes. women's classic wrestling. We're going to be watching classic women's matches and talking about them, reviewing them, seeing it. Pretty much, we're going to be talking about how women's wrestling has evolved, changed over the years. So stay tuned to our socials to see when that is going to be coming out. It's going to be coming out typically on Mondays. We just haven't decided. I don't know if it's going to be live or pre-recorded. We're still working out the details, so stay tuned to our socials to see when that comes out. I lost complete track of my thing. Yeah, if you're wanting to watch any of the wrestling we talked about today, you can find links in the description box below. It is stardom-world.com, njpwworld.com, or wrestle-universe.com. Stardom-World and Wrestle Universe are both approximately $9.99 or 10 Canadian. Shout out Sean Spears. And Wrestle Universe, you actually get access to 8 different Japanese companies, including Noah, DDT, Marigold, and Tokyo Joshi Pro. So go check out that bad boy. And NJPW World is closer to, I believe, $15
Around there.
Canadian. Still sort of shout out Sean Spears and a half. We'll take it. We'll take it. Still a great price to watch some amazing professional wrestling. And if you're wanting a little taste of what NJPW has to offer, you can check out their World TV title matches, which are all absolutely free. So you can check out the amazing reign of Jeff Cobb. You can check out the amazing reign of Zack Sabre Jr. and all the people that he beat up in that time. Andre, my trusted friend and colleague, you didn't show me Sean Spears today.
I didn't know.
Do you have anything else to say to the beautiful people?
Not much.
Nope. Okay then. Take care then. Bye-bye now. Oh my God, it was the love of my life. Oh, I'm melting.
All right,
Violent
get us out of here.
touch.
Oh, violence.
You showed me the violence.
Violence.
Okay.
All
Let me
about the
get myself
violence.
situated. You can't show me Mitch freaking Clark and expect me to hold it together. My guy. That being said, I am your Melball. Over there is Andre. We will see you next time. Mwah.